Cursed objects that might be in your home. Welcome to the Info Abyss, where we dive into the mysterious and the unknown. Today we're exploring a spine-chilling topic: cursed objects, everyday items that may seem harmless but carry dark secrets or tragic histories. But first, let's define what a cursed object is. These are items believed to be imbued with supernatural energy, usually negative, due to tragic events, occult rituals, or the spirits of their previous owners. Famous examples include the Hope Diamond, said to curse its owners with untimely deaths, and the Annabelle doll, which inspired countless horror stories and movies. These items have left a trail of misfortune and fear. Now here's the unsettling part. Some cursed objects might already be in your home. Ordinary things like mirrors, clocks, or furniture can harbor sinister energies, especially if they've been inherited secondhand or involved in tragic events. Before we dive into this creepy iceberg of cursed items, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more chilling content. Let's begin. Number 1. Mirrors. Mirrors have long been associated with the supernatural. In Victorian times, it was common to cover mirrors after a death, as it was thought that the deceased spirit might become trapped inside. One infamous example is the mirror at Myrtle's plantation in Louisiana, a site known for its hauntings. Could the mirror in your hallway be watching you back? Number 2. Clocks. A stopped clock is not just a mechanical failure. In folklore, it's a harbinger of death. In one chilling case, an antique clock inherited by a family would always stop moments before a relative passed away. The Prague astronomical clock, built in 1410, is believed to be cursed. Legends say that if the clock ever stops working, disaster will strike the city. Antique clocks in homes can also carry heavy histories. What if the clock on your wall stopped for a reason? Number 3. Jewelry. Jewelry carries sentimental value, but it can also carry curses. Consider the Hope Diamond. Every owner of this dazzling gem reportedly met a gruesome fate, but you don't need a famous jewel for trouble. Second-hand jewelry, especially rings or necklaces passed down through generations, is believed to absorb the emotions, love, loss, anger of its previous owners. One woman claimed that a vintage ring caused vivid nightmares and constant bad luck until she sold it. The Hope Diamond is one of the most famous cursed objects in the world. Its owners, from French royalty to American heiresses, often face tragic deaths, including beheadings and mysterious illnesses. Could your vintage necklace bring more than just charm? Number 4. Dolls. Dolls are inherently creepy, but their stories make them terrifying. Housed in Florida's East Martello Museum, Robert the doll is said to curse those who disrespect it. Originally given to a boy named Robert Eugene Otto in the early 1900s, the doll reportedly moved on its own, giggled, and caused unexplained chaos in the household. Visitors have reported fainting, sudden illnesses, and even accidents after mocking the doll. Even everyday dolls aren't always innocent. A family in Canada reported that their child's doll would move positions when no one was looking, and it once fell off a shelf without explanation. Do you want to try to film a doll while no one is looking? Number 5. Photos. Photos are supposed to preserve memories, but sometimes they preserve much more. In one chilling account, a family destroyed an old photograph of a relative only to experience a series of misfortunes, leading them to believe the spirit in the photo was seeking revenge. Some believe that disrespecting or destroying family photos invites misfortune, or worse, the wrath of those depicted. If your family albums feel heavier than they should, maybe it's not just the paper. A photograph taken at an estate sale in England revealed an eerie figure of a woman in black, standing in the background of a family picture. The family claimed they didn't know who she was, and after the photo was taken, they experienced a string of accidents and misfortunes. What about your old family photos? Do you know everyone in the frame? Number 6. Old furniture. That dusty rocking chair in the attic, furniture left unused for years, is often associated with ghostly activity. Some believe that spirits attach themselves to these objects, waiting for someone to disturb their rest. The Balleroy Mansion in Philadelphia is home to the Chair of Death, a cursed antique chair that reportedly causes anyone who sits in it to die shortly after. Numerous deaths have been linked to this chair, leading the owners to rope it off. Unused furniture is believed to attract spirits seeking a resting place. If you hear unexplained creaks in the night, it might not just be the house settling, it could be something else. Number 7. Knives. Knives are not only practical tools but also deeply symbolic. Knives symbolize protection, but they can also cut ties and bring misfortune. There are even tales of cursed daggers that brought misfortune or death to all who owned them. A 16th century Indian dagger was reportedly cursed by its maker to protect its owner. However, its possessors experienced sudden misfortunes, including financial ruin and mysterious deaths. The dagger is now kept under lock and key in a museum. Could your kitchen knives or inherited blades have a similar history? Number 8. Books. Not all books are for bedtime stories. Antique books, especially those with strange inscriptions or rituals, have been linked to dark occurrences. A rare manuscript discovered in Europe was said to curse anyone who read it with nightmares and paranoia. A rare book called the Book of Soiga was rumored to curse anyone who attempted to decipher its contents. Other books have been found with strange notes or symbols inside, leading to paranoia and fear among their owners. The Codex Gigas, also called the Devil's Bible, is an ancient manuscript said to have been written with the help of the devil himself. Those who have studied the book closely reported experiencing nightmares, paranoia, and hallucinations. Antique books can carry energies of their authors or previous owners. What secrets might your old tomes hide? Number 9. Paintings. Some artwork seems to carry a life of its own. The Crying Boy painting, a famous example, was found unscathed in multiple house fires, leading many to believe it was cursed. The Crying Boy painting, infamous for surviving multiple house fires, is just one example of cursed artwork. Artwork is said to carry the energy of its creator, or the spirits that attach to it later. Does that painting in your hallway make you feel uneasy? Number 10. Musical instruments. Old instruments like violins, pianos, or guitars are said to carry the essence of their previous players. A haunted piano in the U.S. reportedly played ghostly melodies at night, despite being locked. A 19th century violin, known as the Red Violin, was rumored to bring death and despair to its owners. Its haunting melody was said to evoke sorrow and madness in those who played it. Musical instruments create sound, but sometimes the sound they produce isn't from this world. Dust off your old instruments, but be prepared for what you might hear. So, do you have any of these items in your home? While not every antique or second-hand object is cursed, it's always fascinating and a bit unnerving to think about the energy objects might carry. Remember, sometimes it's not the object that's cursed, it's what it brings out in you. Sleep well tonight, if you can. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to uncover more chilling tales with the Info Abyss. Until next time, stay curious, but be cautious.